Sudhanshu Trivedi of the BJP versus Shobha Oza of the All India Mahila Congress. She's president of the All India Mahila Congress. Yatin Oza, senior advocate and of the BJP, and Hartosh Singhbal, senior journalist. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin here. Now, Shobha Oza, we just got the breaking news that the National Commission for Women is not pursuing this matter. Is this a blow to you and to the Congress party which has been pushing this case?
Arnab, National Commission for Women is doing its job. We have nothing to do because it is an independent organization. It has to do whatever it has to do. It has nothing to do with us. As a citizen of this country, as a woman, and approached by many other women organizations, political, non-political, women activists, we all are worried as to what are we heading for. If the state, the government starts snooping, stalking people, how do we survive in this atmosphere?
Do you close your argument? Because you understand your entire argument.
Not at all.
We see the BJP said that the father does not have a problem. The girl does not have a problem. The family does not have a problem. What is the Congress party's problem? You understand? This is what they said.
See,
no, so today when the NCW decides not to follow the case, is it a blow for you? Has your entire campaign been derailed, Ms. Oza?
Not at all, Arnab. No, not at all. We have never demanded the father or the girl's version. We never wanted to know who they are. The question arises here is, does any government, state government or central government or any government in our country, does it has the right to stalk a citizen in this country or snoop into one's individual life?
We'll get the rebut from the beach. So Sudhanshu Trivedi, the Congress party says this is not a blow to us. It may not be treated as a women's issue, but the issue of surveillance and misuse of the state machinery still stands. I'm sure you agree with it. The NCW has not picked it up, which means it's not been treated as a case of intrusion of the rights of a woman or an infringement on the rights of a woman. But the larger question remains, doesn't it, Mr. Trivedi?
There are three aspects of this question: the legal, moral, and political. As far as your question is concerned, that now they are not making an issue of the women modesty, then why the women wing of Congress party were making so many pradarshans all over there in the country? Second thing, come on the legal aspect of this. First, who had made the allegation? Cobra Post, which on their website are saying that they do not own the responsibility of authenticity of the CD. Means the allegation on the basis of an unauthenticated document. Second, who made the allegation? Both the officers.
No, there's no doubt on it. Mr. Trivedi, there is no doubt that something has happened. First of all, let's be very clear. No, 1 minute. What are you saying? Mr. Trivedi, the father has written a letter. The father has written a letter admitting that something was going on. So, by the way, your whole argument, your entire argument, allow me to complete, your entire argument, that the tapes can't be proven and there's nothing to it, that entire argument collapses, Mr. Trivedi. Because via his letter, the father has admitted there was something going on. The only person quiet is Amit Shah.
I am saying the legality of the position is the organization who brought it says unauthenticated.
No, 1 second. But it has been proven, right?
Officers and they
or will you say the father is also lying now? Will you say the father has admitted it? But the father has admitted it. I called the chief minister, he says something was going on.
The person in question, the father or person is question is saying we do not want any probe.
No. 1 second.
Where does the legality of the entire instrument stand?
1 minute. I'll get Hartosh.
Now I will come to the moral aspect.
No, I'll tell you why.
You are trying to make a mockery of the modesty, dignity of a woman against her wishes and with the persistent resistance from her and her family.
Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, that's a nice, you're trying to pull out a nice angle to that, but the fact of the matter is law is not a contract between two individuals. The law, as Yatin Oza will realize and admit today, in fact he's just about to admit it, that the law is not a contract between two individuals. The application of a law is not a private contract between two individuals. And the fallout of a law, Mr. Yoza, is that it serves to act as a precedent for millions, in this case over 1.2 billion Indians. This becomes a precedent. I have 5 questions to you if this becomes a precedent, Mr. Oza. You answer me tonight. My first question to you on whether this becomes a precedent is that this entire operation,
Arnab,
no, you take the question, then I'll give you full time to reply.
Arnab,
I'll take the question. 5 precedents,
Arnab,
5 answers from you, Mr. Oza. Take question number 1. Take my question. 20 seconds for my question. My question first, Mr. Oza. My question to you is this. This entire operation is done on the basis of an oral complaint by a father. So the precedent being set for all Indians for perpetuity, all Indians today get one precedent that if you want a surveillance of this magnitude, there is no need for any formal procedure documentation. You can pick up the phone, communicate orally, and oral complaints will be the basis for state and central governments to act. What kind of a precedent are you setting, Mr. Oza?
there is nothing wrong, Arnab.
In what?
Because had it been only father saying and daughter put under surveillance is a different thing.
No.
I have a letter written and addressed by the father to the National Commission for Women.
No.
Wherein
I asked
father in no uncertain
No, that letter is not an exclusive letter. That letter is with everybody. That letter is with everybody.
My daughter was aware.
Mr. Oza, that letter is nothing. Everybody knows about the letter. We put out
and
this letter.
it is with her consent.
Mr. Oza, you answer my question. No, I am asking you today, Yatin Oza. Yatin Oza? In future, all Indians will be told, don't have to do anything officially. You can pick up the phone. Nowadays, the government works on telephone. That's the precedent you're setting, right? If you're politically...
Look, there are 2 ways of looking at it.
No, I am looking at it this way. You counter me. You counter me now.
No, I'm definitely countering you, Arnab. Look, the fact situation differs from a case to a case.
No, oral communication is the basis.
Which can't be put in writing.
What you are saying, 1 minute. I have this.
Oral communication can, in an exception cases.
Oh, oral. Okay. So
can in an exceptional case. Absolutely nothing wrong about it.
Okay.
And certain things as an executive head of the state, in the larger interest of the girl or a lady,
Mr. Oza, you're getting a question.
He may not like to.
Mr. Oza,
he may not like to disclose.
What was so exceptional about
this? No. Mr. Oza, understand what
the government is handling.
Mr. Oza, understand.
Was there any documentation of any
nature? Now let us not shout.
Any documentation of any nature.
Let us not shout. Arnab, I think you have put a question to me which I am in duty bound to answer. If such type of interruptions, if you are not able to stop the interruptions, it will be very difficult.
It's an open debate, Mr. Oza. You are also free to interrupt. The question is very simple. My question was that, and I'll get Hartosh coming in.
That is right. Now, if you read the letter, Arnab, which I have in my hand,
Mr. Oza, this
father writes to National Commission for Women
Mr. Oza,
that my daughter was in knowledge of the surveillance right from day one.
Mr. Oza.
Now, it is one thing to raise a finger of accusation.
That's where you're making a problem. You see, 1 second.
On the ground that procedure is not followed.
Mr. Oza, this
is debate is as if something very wrong is done.
Mr. Oza, please, please don't take the emotion out of the argument. You are a lawyer. A lawyer argues by the cold application of the law. Tonight I find, Mr. Oza, please don't get me wrong, you have more emotion than fact at your disposal. You have more rhetoric than argument at your disposal.
No, I am very
The only material that you're resting your entire argument on has been with me for 2 days. I asked tonight, my question is, 1.2 billion Indians in the future will say that the same government which throws procedure at us, the same government keeps throwing procedure at us when we want justice. Today, there are so many young women out there who have been pushed back.
In a given case...
The same governments, the same politicians who push procedure back at us are telling us that now, for some people, justice works on the phone. You please explain that. I want Hartosh to come in and then I'll seek a second explanation from you.
No question of justice.
Hartosh.
Justice being delivered on phone. Facts of each case.
Hartosh is rebutting you. My first
Each
question
case
was...
Mr. Rosa has made a lot of noise already.
No, Mr.
Let somebody else speak, Mr. Rosa.
Yes, Mr. Rosa, Hartosh Singhbal is rebutting you. He's accusing you of making a lot of noise already. He's now responding to you. Yeah.
One of the first cases, invoking the letter which is after the fact only substantiates the tapes that have been produced. The question is something else. On what basis is the surveillance order? Today, a father and daughter want surveillance, a minute-to-minute surveillance that requires extensive use of station machinery. No official records are kept, no official records of the orders delivered for this kind of surveillance. I could understand if the daughter felt a certain security perception, a policeman may have been assigned to escort her from the hotel to the hospital. I think most people in this country would even understand that, but this is ridiculous. Minute-to-minute surveillance that extends to hotels, airplanes, without any records, without any written request, without any written orders from the Home Minister. How can we not expect a reply from the government on this?
Second question, on this being a dangerous precedent. Excuse me. By the way, Mr. Trivedi, I would like to point out to you that we have had not one word, not one alphabet from the Gujarat government. And you are saying that you doubt the tapes, but if the Gujarat government doubts the tapes, then the Gujarat government should come out and say we doubt the tapes and let there be voice verification. That's not happening. No, that's not happening.
I would like to say...
No, that's not happening. My second question.
I would like to say that they are saying that if the interruption was done on a girl on the oral instruction of either her or from her father is a national issue. We do not consider it. You are free to have your opinion.
Why?
But if you consider this as a national issue, I would like to ask, what was the reaction of the government when there was an allegation of the bugging in the finance minister office? And with a stature not less than the present His Excellency President of India, Mr. Pranab Mukherjee.
We're getting a rebut from Shobha Oza.
She's answering. Government when the charges of snooping by United States in the cyberspace? Then the government was evading
getting a counter from the Congress.
Which was on the question of the sovereignty and the security of India. Where was this government when the charges of snooping of our leader of the opposition in Rajya Sabha, Mr. Arun Jaitley? That was not a national issue. The snooping by China is not a national issue. Snooping by USA is not the national issue. Snooping in the finance ministry is not the national issue. Snooping of the leader of the opposition is not a national issue. But the snooping of a girl, even with their consent...
No, so what is your logic, Mr. Trivedi? Is the logic... 1 minute. I say tonight...
What is the logic?
I say tonight all snooping is an issue. If you pick up today, then let me also say, you pick up the former IB Joint Director M.K. Dhar's book called Open Secrets. And Shobha Oza, there is a point here. You pick up chapter number 18, which is called Grilled in Open Fire. Read page number 267. And it will tell you of the shocking details of snooping that were carried out allegedly by Indira Gandhi, including allegations that Indira Gandhi and R.K. Dhawan asked Dhar to put a tab on Home Minister Zail Singh's movements.
Tab on...
Right? The Intelligence Bureau found out that Zail Singh meets certain Sikh leaders. All of this was being routinely tapped upon. So snooping is a fine art. I make that
point. Even M.K. Dhar has also said that Indira Gandhi was having surveillance of Sonia Gandhi.
Well, 1 second. No. It's
he has mentioned in his
book. No. The argument...
Mr. Trivedi,
So,
please don't come out with such... don't make the issue so trivial.
No.
I am just
I would like to point out here, the time and again the BJP has been saying, Mr. Trivedi also said that the girl had given a consent for this security, or she had asked the security along with her father. Now tell me, does security, define security first of all? Second, the transcript says follow her, trap her, where is she, who is she with? Does all these words fall under the definition of security?
Yeah, that's...
And if it was security, a PSO would have accompanied her and he would have said, fine, madam is safe, she's here, she's there. But following this girl outside the limits of the state, and whom she is with, tapping her phone, her relative's phone, her friend's phone, snooping, stalking. What is this? Is this security?
Question number 2 on this being a precedent. Shobha Oza.
Security is not needed by anyone in this country.
My second question goes to Yatin Oza, who was on the back foot in response to question number 1. Let's see if Mr. Oza can take question number 2. Mr. Oza, I am on the simple argument of what kind of precedent this sets. Now, this father's letter, you have a copy of it, you can correct me if I am wrong. it clearly mentions his long-standing association with the Chief Minister. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right or am I wrong? Yeah, right. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
No, you are right. I am saying you are right. I have the letter in my hand.
I am usually right, but does this mean, therefore, Mr. Oza, that this kind of quote-unquote protection, which I don't understand what kind of protection is it in which 24 files of your audio tapes are kept aside? You are tracked in hotels, malls, which movie you are seeing, which boy you are meeting, everything is tracked. I don't know which flight you are arriving at, what food you are eating, which hotel room you are staying in. All this is being tracked, which you say is protection. Fine, even if that is the Gujarat government's definition of protection. My question to you is, we are coming to an argument where there are a privileged few people who are politically connected will get this kind of protection by picking up the phone. And for the rest of Indians, poor Indians, who don't have these high-flying political contacts, let me complete. For them, you'll throw the rule book. You'll say, go to the Thana, make an application, go file an FIR, then go to your SHO. Leave alone meeting the Home Secretary, you will not be able to contact ever anybody higher than him. So, double standards.